So if you've seen the last couple of episodes, we just finished up getting everything all painted. In today's episode, we're just gonna go around and clean everything up. We do have some clear coat overspray here. We're gonna cut these off. So we're gonna go ahead and clean up in the engine bay. And I did buy a couple of items to kind of help us do that as well. I'm actually pretty excited for this because this is something I can use on the Super and the Miata. And that is a polisher. Definitely something that I can use to buff out scratches and stuff and to take out imperfections in the paint. This is gonna be awesome. So we ended up purchasing this, which is a Torx polisher. I bought this online on Amazon. It's a product by Chemical Guys. Essentially what came in the kit was the polisher itself. It's actually, yeah, it looks like it's pretty good quality. Not too bad. I've never used a polisher before, so this is new to me. It is powered, it's corded. It pretty much came with 3 pads, a couple of polishing products here, some pad conditioner and cleaner. I bought this online. I believe it was about $170-ish. And for the price, it's not too bad. It has a ton of reviews, a lot of great reviews. The purpose of this is to pretty much just kind of get a little bit of extra shine coming out from the paint. So the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and cut off those clear coat nubs because yeah, they look pretty gross. I do have a razor blade here. I just put a little bit of painter's tape at the end of it so it's easier to kind of use. Yeah, we're just gonna get everything all prepped for the polish. Yeah, so check that out. That's pretty much all the overspray from the clear coat. Yeah, the razor blade made pretty short work of all of this. That wasn't too bad. For the most part, it's already starting to look a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and work on my little mount here for my ABS bracket. There's a couple of nubs on this as well. And also on the front of the frame rail. A couple of little imperfections on this as well. There's a little piece right there that we're gonna go ahead and address. We'll get that all cut off. Okay, not bad. I did go back and I wet sanded some areas here. Obviously this is where the front sway bar is. Just some ugly imperfection areas, just to kind of get all the rough edges out. Again, it's not gonna be perfect. You're really not gonna see a lot of this stuff because it's gonna be covered up by the engine anyways. We did clean up quite a bit over here. No big deal. This is kind of where the headlights are gonna be anyways. So now we're gonna see if we can start polishing. So before I commit to using the polisher, I'm gonna take a little bit of the product. I think we're gonna end up using the cutting polish. It's nothing too aggressive. I'm gonna put it on a little microfiber pad right here and place it on a small little test area just to make sure that it doesn't look all ugly or anything. That way we can start working on the actual strut tower. But we're gonna test in a little area here, like right here on the rail. That looks pretty good. Maybe it's placebo, but I feel like it's shinier. I don't know, you guys tell me, what do you guys think? But yeah, test area looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just commit. You need some gas. Alright, so we just got finished polishing the left side of the engine bay. So far it looks pretty good. You can see a slight difference in shine. This is not the finishing polish, this is the cutting polish. and it looks pretty good. Obviously I could get into the large areas here, but for the smaller crevices like in here, I had to hand polish. We're gonna go ahead and start working our way over to the right side. I do have some imperfection areas here. I did buy a foam paintbrush. What I'm gonna end up doing is actually mixing some clear, a little bit of flake in there too, and just touch it up by hand. I'm not gonna use a sprayer because, to be honest, I just don't want to set it all up again. And these areas are so small anyways, they're gonna be hard to see, especially over here too. You can see here, there's obviously a lapse in clear coat. So we're gonna go back definitely and get that all cleaned up. But for right now, we're just gonna go ahead and polish the rest of this, and then we'll fix up all the little imperfections afterwards. So for these areas, guys, I'm just going in here with wet sanding with 1500. Just to kind of clean up a little bit, especially on the places where it's just flaking on. And for some of the areas that are a little thicker than others, I just go back with 400. I know that's pretty aggressive for this, but yeah, just want to get it off. We're joined by Mr. Ninja.
What's up?
Mr. Scott.
What's up?
Yeah, so we're just kind of cleaning up right now. They're helping me out, getting some of the polish out of the small areas. Just went over the left side here with the polisher. This side here, we kind of just cleaned up with the polisher too. I'm gonna hit the strut tower here. This just got polished. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and hit it with the finishing polish. I think I'm gonna paint this too with some of that black rust restore. That's just stainless steel.
Metal,
yeah, so I gotta go paint that. But the funny thing is, dude, like when I put plastic wrap over this, right, and I like sprayed the engine, I power washed the engine bay. Look, there's like surface rust already. This is brand new.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, just collected underneath. But yeah, dude, like this is like the 3-joint.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is fucking weird, right? It's wild. And then, I don't know, man, I'll probably get like a front lip, then paint the outside, and I'm just gonna call it done. There's only so much you can do. Like, I don't want to get to the point where I'm working on my car and I always need to constantly buy shit for it. It's like, dude, like, you're gonna end up like over accessorizing and overdoing the car, you know?
You think you're gonna stop, but then you're gonna just buy wheels.
I know, right?
Tilt it, unbolt the transmission, fuck the drive shaft. Alright, remove the shifter. Alright, radiator's gotta come out. That's hella work.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, like, this is definitely like one of those things where it's not necessary, but like I just like to go the extra step, just get it done, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I feel like it just makes it that much better.
What if you did that?
You know, like burn right through.
Burn right through.
You're like, ah, shit.
Are you recording right now, dog? Can you show it my jacket?
Check out the jacket. Shameless plug.
This is not even my company, bro.
Dude, that polish definitely like
Just bringing it out.
bringing it
The
out.
shine.
Yeah, the shine.
I'm not
But like, ugh. Yeah, hell yeah. And I'm only gonna do that. Ninja and Scott just left, and we pretty much did a pretty good job polishing, and we actually waxed it too. Definitely has more of a shine to it, at least I can tell. I don't know if you can tell on camera. And the polisher did a wonderful job. Definitely brought out the shine. I love the way it turned out. It's not perfect. I didn't actually go back and sand very much. I'm pretty much just done. I'm pretty much just done with the engine bay. I don't want to paint it anymore. I don't want to sand it. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to have anything to do with it. You can see here, this is actually runs of the clear coat, and you can feel it. It's not even. And again, that's my fault. I'm not even gonna front and act like it was the paint gun or anything. It's just me being a novice and not being very good with it. I'm actually going back and sanding down my fuse box cover. I accidentally got some overspray on here, so I'm just gonna end up spray painting this black. All right, guys. Oh man, my hair is like jacked up. It's a new day. What we're gonna go ahead and do is mix up a little bit of clear here. We are gonna patch up some of the areas that we obviously missed. I do have a couple of foam sponges here. These are pretty much areas you're not really gonna visualize anyways. Let's go ahead and start mixing some stuff up. more flag. You can kind of see there's an area right here that obviously has no gloss on there, barely any. So we're gonna touch that up, and we're also gonna touch up that back area right there. From an angle, you can't really see, but of course, wanna make sure we get some coverage. So let's take care of that. You gotta be careful with this sponge. While we're waiting for the clear, we're gonna go ahead and scuff this up. This is the outside of the fuse box. For the brake booster, we do have a couple of runs around this area, as you can see here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the razor blade, I'm gonna try to cut these off, sand it down real quick, and then just do one final coat of black just to get an even surface. Alright guys, just FYI, the whole sponge and the clear coat thing was a complete fail. Do not do it. It really doesn't even look that different, to be honest. All I pretty much ended up doing was actually make things worse. I actually had to go back and sand some of these areas here. Yeah, didn't turn out very good. You can see that there's just uneven spread of the metallic flake. Over on this side, same situation. I'm just gonna chalk it up as a loss. Luckily, you can't really see this area here. It's being hidden by the fuse box. Unfortunately, I wish we could have removed the fuse box, but if you actually look up E36 fuse box, it's ridiculous. Most people just rip it out, cut all the wiring out, and that's obviously something that we cannot afford to do because we're gonna be reutilizing the fuse box. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We just work our way around it. This is the best that the engine bay is gonna be, and we just finished spraying the remainder of our brake booster and our fuse box cover. I might do one more coat, finish that all up, go back into the garage, and then reinstall a couple of our brackets and our hood pins. All right guys, one other thing I'm gonna do is use some of this rust reformer on the engine mount areas, because these are just exposed metal and we don't want those to rust. Exposed metal, all covered up. I also cleaned up a couple of these rubber pieces here, just to kind of freshen up the engine bay, and we're gonna go ahead and reinstall these too. Gonna go ahead and wipe this up. This is pretty much the shroud for the top portion of the engine bay. It's got quite a bit of overspray on this. That's my fault. So talking about screwing up, guys, this is what the shroud looks like on top of the engine bay, and I do have quite a bit of overspray here. I do have some leftover plasti dip. On top of that too, the finish kind of looked dull, so let's see if this is enough plasti dip to kind of get this all covered up. Actually turned out really nice. Actually looks brand new. So it's actually kind of a good thing, I guess, we got that overspray. Look how good that looks. That's so much better than what it looked like before. Even before I painted it without the overspray, this looks great. You've got to tap these holes again if you don't plug them up. Now to figure this out. I think it goes like that. I think it goes this way. Yeah, I recall it being that way. Aaron, if you're watching this, I am so sorry if I'm putting this in the wrong way. That's one. Okay, that's good. Now for the hood pins. It's all dried up. Looks a little better. Yeah, it looks about the same. But this is the fuse box cover. Let's go ahead and throw this back on. Kind of looks like crap, to be honest. I think I have some leftover VHT wrinkle paint. We might as well try that out. We have nothing to lose. I would use Plasti Dip, but we just used the last portion of it. Don't really want to go to the store, but I do have the wrinkle paint. So let's see what that looks like on this. All right, guys, so it's been an eventful day. We pretty much got the fuse box cover back on. Doesn't look too bad. Turned out decent. Looks a lot better than it did earlier. I already threw the brake booster in the car because I'm done with it. And you guys know the whole situation with the gloss paint over there. So yeah, don't do it with the brush. This is pretty much set. It's ready to go. I pretty much bolted everything back together where they need to be. So that's mounted over there for the front bumper. We got the shroud back on, which looks great. I just Plasti Dipped it, so it kind of looks semi-new. And we put the gasket around the engine bay. So things are looking great. We're good to go. And we're ready to bring this back to Aaron. So in about 2 weeks, we're gonna be dropping it back off. And at that point, we're gonna be installing the actual motor in the car. So everything is all ready to go. We're all set. That's all I got for you. You guys have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Peace.